going on, people? Welcome back to episode 4 Inside the Mind. I am your lovely host, DerekCalvin. Today's episode will be giving you a proper introduction about myself. Before all these episodes started, I didn't give an introduction of my life to my audience, and that's what I'm going to be doing here today. Before we start the show, if any message you wanted to get from this episode, it would be to wash your hands. Hashtag wash your hands. With this coronavirus going around, so many cases in the United States, so close to home, people close to me living in states that have the virus right now. Just stay healthy. Everyone out there, wash your hands and make sure you get checked if you have the symptoms. But anyways, what's going on, people? The show's name, What's Going On, People, is one of my sayings. It's an inside joke between me and some people. If you know the joke, then you know, and you know who you are. I would always be like, what's going on, people? What's going on, people? One time I was really, acting crazy, and I just said it all weird, and my friend looked at me like I was crazy. So that's the birthplace of the name, What's Going On, People. My name is DerekCalvin. I'm an actor. I act in Philadelphia. I've also acted in North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, South Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee. Didn't go down to Florida and act, and I haven't acted on Broadway, but I have done theater shows. I've done musicals. I got my associate's degree at Montgomery County Community College in theater arts. I was an assistant stage manager there, set designer, props master, set designer, actor, stage crew, and then this past year I just assistant directed A Bright New Boise with Rob Heller. Shout out Rob Heller, great actor. He's also done stuff in Bluebell and also at the Steel River Playhouse in Pottstown. He's a great director, and I was really pleased with working with him and all his knowledge and the similarities and differences between working with directors as an actor compared as another director. Getting to see that type of aspect was very, what's the word I want to say? Very influencing because directing is what I want to do with my life. I want to open up my own academy for acting. People of all ages are welcome. I want them to learn acting, theater, musicals, all that. And a part of that is directing, directing plays, creating a day plan of content you're going to be teaching that day, making the tough decisions, casting, directing, financials, all that stuff. That's what I want to do with my life outside of acting. I want to have my own business. I'd like to think of myself as a future entrepreneur. I like to invest in stock. Creating this podcast, this nice platform of my First Amendment right, of freedom of speech. Like I've said in previous episodes, everybody has stories out there, different stories. There's over 7 billion people in the world, and you're not going to get every person's story. And with my show is just a comedic interviewing people in my life, fans of the show, interviewing them, who email me and want to be a part of the show and what I'm trying to create here. It's just great because so many people that come on the show have so many different stories and life lessons and things they've been through, and just like age variations from like next week. I have a guest coming. He's 20, and then last week's guest was my cousin. He's 29. So the age difference just of the guests is very good, because you can see different views from different ages of people, and just everybody's got something to tell, you know. For me, for instance, not a lot of people know that in August of 2018, I almost died in a car fire. I was driving on the highway with my friend, and my car, the turbo and the heater engaged flames in the car, and my car started smoking, and I pulled over on the side of the road, and my friend luckily saw fire coming out of the side of the passenger wheel, and he said, "Fire, fire, get away, get away." And we ran away, and the thing just blew up. And like, when I say Chris, like, I have people come to my job and ask me to have their bacon extra crispy. That's what my car was looking like. Extra, extra crispy. Like, I put it in the microwave for 40 minutes, and it just like charcoal, like you get on Christmas when you're bad. So burnt. It was just crazy, and it wasn't my time to go. I still had a purpose to fulfill, you know. I'm not a big religious person, but I do believe in God. And I just feel that wasn't my time to go, because my life hasn't been fulfilled yet. And with all this chaos and everything going on, and now it's just, you know, life is short, and you gotta take life by the horns and ride it out, because life can be difficult. Life can be very, very difficult. Trust me. I've lived in 2 places besides this, and, you know, working part-time and being a full-time college student was not easy. I was always going paycheck to paycheck, paying rent, paying bills, you know, not having any money, not being able to go out. Always made sure I ate. And then now I just am more smarter with my money, you know, not spending as much as I used to on wants instead of needs. I think that's a big thing, that some people don't know the difference between what a want is and what a need is, like necessities. And that was me. I used to put wants over my needs, like, but now saving money, like I said, investing in stock before this stock market goes down. Making sure my bills are paid on time. That was a big problem of mine last year. 2020, a whole new year, you know, and starting off strong, am I right? But 2020, I wanted to travel, and now I can't because of the coronavirus and the president putting a ban for a month on any flights overseas. And then I live in Pennsylvania, and the governor has issued a shutdown in the next couple of weeks, where we won't be able to go anywhere. And like luckily I went to Chicago in February. I went to Florida in January. Luckily I went to Florida to see my friend, and then went to Chicago because I'd never been to Chicago, and it was just amazing. All the sightseeing, so much to do out there. Hospitality was great. People were so nice. Checked out some places out there, apartments and stuff. Nice family vacation with my girl, my mom, and my stepdad. And now it's just on hold. Like, I wanted to go to Vegas. I wanted to go to Mexico. I've wanted to go to Boston, Massachusetts. I've been saving money because 2020, my New Year's resolution was to travel more, because I didn't really, I stayed very confined in areas and didn't really expand out. So this year I wanted to. That's why I was going to Chicago. That's why I went to Chicago and Florida, and I wanted to go to Vegas and etc. But now I can't because of this whole epidemic. And I know a lot of people are having issues with this, and a lot of people are stuck places. And I just want to say I'm praying for everyone, and I hope everybody recovers safely and swimmingly. To the NBA players that have gotten the virus and tested positive for that, hope you guys get well. And please just wash your hands. And I was reading, the coronavirus stays in your neck for up to 4 days, and then it travels into your respiratory system. And if you drink a lot of water, and then gargle with salt or vinegar with water, you can help decrease your chances of the coronavirus getting into the respiratory system. And there are limited vaccines or no vaccine. Haven't really heard much of one yet, but I'll keep my eye out on that. And just with no NBA, no hockey, no football, this is, podcasts are going to be really making a stride here in the next month or two, because everybody's going to be watching podcasts, listening to them on YouTube, working at home, or like me, I don't have the luxury to work at home and my job's closing. So I'm going to be doing this, and this is great because now I have a lot more time to edit my videos and really have a good thought process. Really make this ship, start sailing. And this is episode 4. Next week I have Man on Mars coming. Shout out Man on Mars, my friend from the play I directed. He is an up-and-coming music artist that he'll be on the show. He provides me with music clips to use in my episodes and intros. So we are very appreciative of him, and can't wait to get them on the show next week and talk about some music. We're going to be talking about beats. We're going to be talking about what it was like from an actor standpoint, having 2 directors, stuff like that. We ask the hard-hitting questions on this show. Like, if you watched the past couple episodes, we do our research, ask some things of our guests, and we just, our topics pertain to the guests. So whoever I have on that week, I try and research and get questions that relate to them. And this week, this is a little bit about me. giving you guys a proper introduction, talking about the epidemic going on, some latest news, I have a dog named Triton. He's a mixed breed. He's mixed with Pit Bull and one other thing. I want to get him tested to see what the second mixture breed he has, because he looks like he has a little boxer in him. When I went to the vet the one time, the doctor said a name of a dog that was really long, and I wish I remembered what it was and I would say it, but I don't remember. But he's got the face of a pit bull, but he doesn't have the body. And a lot of people get scared of him because of his face, and it's ridiculous because pit bulls get such a bad rep, and not all pit bulls are bad. Yes, I get pit bulls attack, and they've been cases of pit bulls just randomly attacking people. I get all that, but you can't just isolate or think one pit bull is the world's terriblest breed when there's been a study shown that there's been more Chihuahua bites over the years of dog cases compared to pit bulls. So Chihuahuas and ankle biters bite more people than pit bulls do a year. So, and he's the most lovingest pit bull. He's got nice changing color eyes. When he's inside, they're gray. When he's outside, they turn to light green to blue. It's really amazing. He's got a nice coat. He's brown and white. He's got a blue collar. His name's Triton from The Little Mermaid. My girl named him. He's my pride and joy. He's my emotional support animal. He follows me everywhere. He sleeps in my bed. He likes to try and talk. When he barks at you, makes noises when he has to go outside. Shake. Trying to get him to learn roll over right now. But baby steps. It took me 2-3 months to make him learn how to shake, with ice cubes and treats and just being patient. He sits, and then next, right now I'm trying to teach him how to roll over. So that's going to be a very fun process. Shout out to Nick Apple for coming on the show last week. We're already at 100 views, which is great. It was a really great show. Wrestling's one of my favorite topics to talk about, and we had plenty of stuff to talk about on last week's episode. I'm looking extremely excited for next week's episode with Man on Mars, and then I have another guest scheduled that I will be releasing their name later in the week, maybe 2 weeks. And I just like to plan things out, and I have some good guests for you guys, and stories to tell. What else? Another story of mine. When I was 5 years old, I was in the hospital because I have a genetic disorder on my mom's side from my grandfather. I said this on episode 2, Do You Know the Mushroom Man? And I was in the hospital for 3 months. They couldn't figure out what it was, and they finally did. I'm vitamin C deficient. My immune system isn't like a normal immune system. It doesn't fight off infections and diseases like a normal one. So, great. I'm prone to the coronavirus. So, I'm going to be sitting my behind right here doing this, because, I'm not safe. I'll be the first person to tell you all out there I am not safe. I have a bad immune system from getting so much medicine put in me, and just because of my family genetics, and sometimes you can't help that. But having a great life, I'm living good. Me and my girlfriend are doing good. My parents are healthy. My sisters and brothers are healthy. Cousins are healthy. I used to live in North Carolina, and I didn't get to see all my family as much as I do now. And now I'm hanging out with them once every 2 weeks, or maybe once or twice a month. And it's just great because I didn't have that luxury when I was 8 hours away, but now, I'm either like 20 minutes or an hour and 30 away, so it's a lot more closer. And, family's a really big thing to me. I have a big family, 5 siblings, 2 sisters, 3 brothers. We're all varying. I'm the middle child. And then I have 4 cousins that I'm really close with. We're planning on getting some tattoos in the next couple months. Hopefully all this epidemic clears up so that we can actually leave our places to get the tattoos. I have 14. I have a back tattoo, chest tattoo, leg tattoos. I want to get more. I want to get maybe cover my chest. I want to cover my back, arms, and then 1 leg. It's going to take a lot of time and money. Like I was saying earlier, wants and needs. That's more of a want, not really a need. I can always wait on tattoos to get the stuff I need right now, like gas and food and all that. But yeah, I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh buff, anime, 7 Deadly Sins, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, Hero Academia, all that, etc. Assassination Classroom, that's one of my top 5, because I just think the concept is just so different and cool. Like, the students to graduate have to assassinate their teacher, and the teacher is like hard to, like, one of the final bosses you see in a game. Hard. He's this orange octopus that turns colors. He sometimes turns blue when he's happy, and then when he's a teacher, turns yellow, and then when he's angry, he turns burgundy. It's really awesome. And just like the creation of anime was just such a great idea, and so revolutionary to the world, because there are so many anime fans. There are so many people who do reactions and videos of anime. Excuse me. Don't worry, it's not the corona. I just had to clear my throat. But yeah, so many the Comic-Cons, all that, events, Q&As with the cast, all that. If I ever got to voice an anime show or a cartoon, I was an extra on The Walking Dead, so that was a big milestone for me, because I love The Walking Dead. Season 9 I was in. Season 9 kind of fell off, but every season before that was great. Daryl and Negan, my favorite characters. Negan because he used to be on my favorite show, Supernatural. Love Supernatural. I can talk about that all day. Sam and Dean, Castiel, Crowley, Lucifer. His name is Nick in the show, but he plays Lucifer in the show. Angels, demons, ghosts, monsters, the things that go bump in the night. It's just awesome. Like, I fell in love with it since the first episode I saw, and they have over 16 seasons, and they just did the final season with God, as one of the main focus points of their season, and Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles, the two main characters, Sam and Dean, they're just really good actors, and they're very good casting to pick them two as the lead roles for the show. And look, over 16 seasons, so they made it right, and that's why, like, in the acting business, you're gonna get so many no's before you get yes. And they finally got the yeses they did, and now look at them. Famous, have a long-lasting show. They've been in other things, like Sam was in the new Friday the 13th movie that came out in 2013. So that's like, there's gonna be better actors out there for a certain position. I have a certain type that a certain role that I'm casted to, or that I would be casted for. So I might not get X, Y, and Z, and that's okay. Denzel said one of the greatest quotes, and one of my favorite quotes: "You're gonna get 17 no's before you get that one yes," and that one yes can mean everything, and like can propel your career to things you could never even imagine. And that's what's so great about my career choice that I made to be an actor. I've wanted to be an actor ever since I was 5. I always knew I'd be on TV. Always wanted to make videos. And it's so competitive, and I love that competitive spirit. And currently I'm in a stage play called Cut from the Inside, shout out, in Philadelphia. I'm also going to be working for a party planning production company that does parties and venues and weddings to birthdays, any types of events. But now with the this whole coronavirus, probably going to be on halt for a little bit, for a couple months. But yeah, just like I was in a lead play when I was in 5th grade. I was a war son, and I died in war. And they carried me off stage. It was great. And I can just hear my parents and other families cheering me on, and other people. I had a solo. I was also the Mad Hatter at the DCP Theater. Shout out DCP Theater, which is also my initials. And the reason I applied for that was just because of that. I was like, it's my initials, so I have to audition for this. And I got the role of the Mad Hatter, which I wanted. I put on Mad Hatter on the audition sheet, and I got it. And I was so stoked. I have a video of myself. I was crying, I was like, if you ever think that life's got you down, you just gotta wait, and good things happen to those who wait. And I was a baby, a mess. I was crying. The director called me. It was great. I was in a Shakespeare play in a school down in North Carolina. I was in The Walking Dead as an extra. I was in The Act with Gypsy Rose, about her, on Hulu, episode 6, A Whole New World. Quick little input there. You'll see me. I have my big afro. My hair is getting extremely big right now. Close to that size in that video. That was like 2019 summer in Georgia, and it was at a diner, and you can see me with a lady. We're just talking, and one part when they're walking out of the dining room, you can see me look directly at the camera and smile. And I thought they would cut that out, but they didn't. They kept it, and it was great because I got my 5 seconds of Hulu time. And for The Walking Dead, we went to Georgia, and I met Abraham in a gas station. Something like I was on a half a tank, and I don't know the actor's name, but he plays Abraham on The Walking Dead. Red guy. He's the military dude. Something in my head just said, you got to stop for gas. You're at half a tank, almost there. Fill up, and then you can, when you're done, just drive straight home. And I stopped at this gas station and went in to get a drink and some chips. And in walks this big buff dude, standing like 6'7". He was in a gray shirt and camo pants with boots, and it was Abraham. And like, I was so starstruck, and I went up to the counter to pay, and he was standing directly behind me, and we had to sign something that said, don't interact with the actors, be professional. So I didn't really get to get an autograph, but I wish I did, because that would have been a great autograph to get. I've also been in a Hallmark movie. I was in a commercial, 2 commercials, one promoting a school, and then the second one was for a motivational speaker named Philip Isaac. You can check him out on YouTube, and you can check the commercial. It's called Electrified Minds. What he does, he goes around the world talking to inspirational people, monks, politicians, all that. And he was doing a casting, and me and my girlfriend went. And it was just a great experience. You can see me on that too, and my girlfriend. So yeah, just, I've done commercials, movies, TV series, theater, musicals. I was in Aladdin Jr. So I'm very wide-ranged. Director, actor, producer, editor, entrepreneur, hard worker, and just following my dreams and goals is what I'm here to do. It's your life, and your life only. You gotta live it to its full potential, especially now with like this whole thing. And even before this, like, there was shootings, and there's the Australia fires. Not a lot of people talk about that anymore. And I pray for all the families that happened to, and I wish them all the best. And anybody suffering from anything, I wish you guys all the best. People deal with so many things in life. There's earthquakes, tsunamis, you got shark attacks, just like so many things happen in the world. And like I said earlier, like you never know when your time it is to go. Like I've almost gone off this earth twice, and who knows if I'll get a third one. And just, you have to live life to the fullest. God is good. God is in all of us, whether we believe or don't believe, no matter what religion we have, God is in all of us. And just be kind to other people, be nice to people. Compassion gets you a long way. Like, don't be compassionate and sincere to the wrong people that don't deserve it, who constantly bring toxicity to your life, or want to see your downfall. Don't give those people the compassion. Give people the compassion who've had a bad day, who are going through something right now. Donate. I'm gonna donate to a charity. Be kind to people you see on the streets. There's so much homelessness in the world. The other day I gave somebody the last change I had in my cup holder. I wasn't going to use it. They could very much need it. So I was willing to give them that because that's all I had, because I only had my card and then I had all this change in my cup holder. And tell somebody they're beautiful. Tell somebody they're handsome. Be happy for your friends' successes. Be happy for other successes, because any negativity and just trying to see other people fail is not the way to go. Like, we're all human. We're all trying to be who we want to be, and we're all trying to do the best we can from what life gives us and what the world is coming to. And just, I was bullied as a kid a lot, for my glasses, for my weight, for the way I walked. People get bullied now still, and there's so many, and we've come a long way and advanced in like bully protection programs and stopping bullying in schools, and there's still bullying going on, and like crime, and just we need to come together. And I know everybody says this. I know everybody says, we need to come together and do better and be there for each other. But those people who are saying it, they're right. And you can't say that enough, because sometimes people don't listen. And just one person can change everything. It can make a difference. It can be that extra step that you needed to get to your goal, or to get what you're fighting for, or get to what you're trying to accomplish. And like a lot of people don't get that, and there's so much negativity, racism, murder, all that, etc. in the world. And just with a little more compassion and being there for people, and just not a lot of people have people, and people go through depression and anxiety, and I go through anxiety, and I have ADHD, and me, coming from me, I like to keep my feelings in and don't talk about them, and a lot of people do the same. And sometimes when they don't feel like they have somebody, then they're more shut off, and then that affects future relationships. I'm only saying this coming from experience, because that has happened to me. I've not talked about feelings or things, and kept it in and shoved it down and down and down, and then it affected me trying to get new friends or future relationships. And it's not the way to go. Like, and sincerity, being kind, giving someone as much as a compliment. Hey, it's a nice hat. Or, hey, you have a great smile. Hey, you're doing a really good job. I know you're busy. You got this long line and you're keeping it together. Like, the little things. When I was assistant directing, and back in back in October, November. It was opening night, and I went to Wawa, and I was dressed up, and one of the cash registers said I look very handsome, and that meant so much to me because nobody that day said I looked handsome, and that one girl at the cashier said I look handsome, and it just filled me with, happiness because, like, somebody noticed, and, like, I didn't even know that person, just a random cashier girl, probably my age, 22, 23, and, I thought about that the whole day, and, I was nervous because I had to give the opening speech, the curtain call speech, and I was nervous, but then when she said that, I got a little bit of relief because that compliment gave me that extra step to not be nervous and more confident in myself. And another message you can get from this episode besides wash your hands is, be that person. Be that cashier girl. Be that parent, brother, sister, friend, etc. Friends come in all shapes and sizes and different ethnicities and come from all over the world. Like I said, I went to Florida. My friend Ralphie, shout out Ralphie, stayed at his house. I known him for 7 years, since 2013. We played Call of Duty all the time since 2013 and Madden, and we kept in contact, Facebook friends, and he invited me and my brother to come to Florida, and he got us discounted Disney tickets because he's a Floridian, Florida resident, and it was such a great time. I had a blast. It was so sunny. We went to Disney 3 days in a row. Talk about walking. I've never walked so long in my life. The one day we were there from 9 a.m. till 7:30 at night. That's a work shift, okay, at Disney. And I wasn't even getting paid. I was doing the paying because I had to pay for myself. But just, Ralphie's a great guy, and he didn't have to invite us. He never met me. Like, I could have been anybody. And he welcomed me into his home. His mother was so caring and great. She made you feel at home. She said, now that you're staying here for the couple days you're here, make yourself a home. This home's your place. I ain't gonna get nothing for you. You get it yourself. And it was just great because, we need more of that, who cares if you have a friend in Dallas and you're in Montreal? A friend's a friend, and Ralphie's been there for me, and we talk all the time, and we play Madden. He'd be winning, but I've beaten him a few times, and I've gotten a lot better. Okay, shout out, my record right now is 9-5 online. I've been playing Madden a lot since the shutdown of my job, and just. Yeah, like, my girlfriend, she had a friend in Chicago she never met. And she went there this past year to go meet them. So it's not just me, it's other people, And, like, friends and family, they're there for you at the end of the day. And, like, life is short. And you never know when they'll be there and when they won't be there. I have one grandparent, shout out Grammy, and like, my other grandparents, yes, I was sad that they were gone, but they lived a good life. They lived into their 60s and they had children and they worked and they owned property. The Peterson Sanitations, shout out Peterson Sanitations, shout out my family, and just, so yeah, of course it was sad, and you know, I was upset to see them go, but they lived a great life and a full life, having children and being on this earth for as long as they did, and that's the beauty of life. Like, it's what you make the most of it. People are gonna remember who you are and what you did and what impact you had on them, and the more compassion and sincerity, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm just going to keep saying it because I'm a strong believer in this. And like, it takes one person. For example, Ashton Kutcher, great actor, so many movies. That's So 70s Show, The Ranch, another one of my favorite Netflix series. He has done enormous amounts of community service, and he's opened up funds and charities to prevent human trafficking. And just, he has saved so many families and lives and people. And that's one person. And that's what I'm saying. Just one person can get you to that goal, can be the extra step to getting what you want. And he came together with other people, and they all did it. And like, that's what I'm just saying. And that's what the message of this video, episode 4, Inside My Mind, is about. Just getting an in-depth look of the mind of the director, producer, creator, and editor, and host of What's Going On, People. You know, I like to talk, and I want you guys to know about me, because, you know, I feel that sort of interaction can connect us and make not only my time being on the camera enjoyable, but the listeners and viewers out there enjoyable, because I'm getting real. And like, not a lot of people get real on the internet. A lot of internet is fake, and a lot of people like to put a mask on and be somebody they're not, or just try and do dumb shit to get millions of views. I'm not that kind of person. I will do the grunt work and the groundwork, and I will climb and climb and climb and climb and do what I need to do. I'll get pushed back. I'll move forward. I'll get pushed back again. You know, I'll get no's before I get yes. And I'm willing to do that to give the people something, give you guys something, and to pursue and complete my dreams and goals. I talked about a podcast for a while, and now that I'm finally doing it, is just fulfilling and great. So many people want to be on it, and like, that's humbling, and also makes me feel great inside, because like, when I first started it, I thought I was going to just be by myself talking all the time. But no, I got so many direct messages and emails of people who just want to be on the show, and like me, they want to get their name out there, and I have no problem having them on the show and helping them promote themselves, because, you know, it's just that one person. You see how all this relates back to each other. It's just one person can be that and be that change and be that right step in the direction to a goal we all want, and that's to be one and together and to be human and to not be limited because of your gender, race, identification, because of what you've been through, because of what you've done. People change, people better. There are so many different humans out there, so many different minds, so many different people. And then that is why I'm here today to tell you that buckle up, because we are going on a journey. This is episode 4. Coming out next week is episode 5, and we're going to be going so on and so on. And I just want to personally thank everyone for watching right now, everybody for listening right now, everybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, everybody who wants to be a part of this. My girlfriend, she does some of the artwork that I put up on my Instagram, What's Going On People Podcast. And her brother also is designing something for me. My girlfriend, she created the What's Going On logo right now. It's great. It's gold and purple royalty colors. And just this podcast equipment was given to me by my parents as a Christmas gift. And without them and without that, none of this would have been possible. So I thank them. Shout out Tina and Steve. And I just can't wait to give you guys a platform to watch, listen, and view for the next months, years. And because I'm going to be around for as long as I am, making videos, doing as much as I can, keeping you guys up to date. You can follow me at DerekCalvin35 on Instagram, and you can add me on Facebook, DerekCalvin. You can email the show, What's Going On People Podcast 1 at gmail.com for latest merchandise, to ask me any questions you'd like to hear on the show, ask any topics, if you'd like to be a guest, if you live in the area, or I also do Skype calls. So episode 2 was a Skype call, and then next week's episode is going to be a Skype call, obviously because of the whole coronavirus. But if anybody wants to DM me or message me and would like to be on the episode and Skype, I am 100% down. I'd love to hear so many different people's stories, not just my family or friends, but random people and other people out there. Like I said, local music artists coming up. I have another dance friend that's going to be coming on the show. I have a friend who is a DJ and a former MMA fighter. His name is Ralphie. Shout out Ralphie again. Shout out Triton. And that's everything I wanted to cover today. And I just want to thank again everybody for listening and everyone for being a part of this. And like I said, buckle up because we're going on a great journey. So follow us at What's Going On People Podcast on Instagram. You can also DM me and email me at What's Going On People Podcast 1 at gmail.com. You can direct message me on my Facebook, DerekCalvin. For any merchandise coming out, I've got t-shirts coming out, and jackets. I want to get bomber jackets made for the show, and Next will be hats. I'm a big hat guy. Like every episode you see from now on, except episode 1 and 2, are the only ones that I will not have a different hat. But every episode I have will have, from now on, will have a different hat. So this one's a Kango hat, red. And I have plenty more of these, but I have so many hats. Like, I tried to break the world record for most hats stacked on one's head and balancing it there for a minute. And the record was 42. And I tried to do it, but I got 39 on there in 1 minute. But when I tried to put more, they just kept falling off, and then I just stopped recording. So yeah, we're trying to travel. That's on hold, but we're also trying to break records out here. I can break records from home, you know. So, and not just episodes of my podcast will be uploaded on YouTube. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh video out. I'm also going to be doing little short videos just to keep my channel fresh and new and up-to-date topics. So yeah, thank you all so much for listening and watching. My name is DerekCalvin, and you've just been watching What's Going On, People? Podcast episode 4, Inside the Mind. Thank you and goodbye.